What's good, YouTube? Everybody out there. I just wanted to hop on this real quick and pay my respects and my condolences to one of my favorite artists growing up, DMX, Dark Man X. And I think that DMX is a perfect example and the purest example of friendship. Like, I feel like DMX is a true example of friendship. But before I get into all that, I like to say that DMX has always been part of my childhood as far as music wise, like from a little kid age. Him, Ja, and Jay Z. And, he's one of my favorite artists, man. One of my favorite artists. My favorite song from him of all time that I always come back and listen to would be How's It Going Down? Like, Dame Grease did his thing with that production. Dame Grease and Irv Gotti. And DMX, that video is a perfect example or perfect illustration of New York City in the summertime. If you ever been to New York City or if you live in New York City, that video that's 100% New York in the summertime. What it's like and everything. In case anybody's ever wondering what it's like to be in New York, that video represents it. So that whole video, that song, both versions, because the album version is different from the video version. The video version had Faith Evans in it, and the album version is like voices or whatever in the background singing. But both versions is good. Like, and the intro to that song on the album is legendary. Like, everybody could always go back and listen to it. And my brother had the CD. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. I remember I borrowed it from him, and when I listened to it, that album, I'm not even gonna call it a classic. It's a masterpiece because you could listen to every song from front to back and not skip at all, not skip a song at all. So that's how you know an album is a masterpiece when you can listen to it front to back and not get tired of it and not skip any song over. So that I think that's probably, if not his best, one of his best albums. But I'll definitely say that's a masterpiece. You can listen to all the songs through without skipping, and not too many albums you could do that and get bored of the songs. So another one of my favorite songs, that I had to that I'll probably say is my second favorite song from X is Dogs for Life. That song is why I said earlier that I think that he's the perfect example of friendship. Like, when you look at his videos, interviews, and what people say about him, and you go to his Instagram page and stuff like that, and see all the posts that people, pictures that other artists have with him, and people that met him say, they say, yo, DMX is really a type of person that he's a people's person. Like, he's the type of person he could go in the trenches. He don't need no security guard. He's good by himself, dolo. He's like really the people's person. And when Swiss Beats made that went on Instagram and spoke about X, after X had passed, I think everything Swiss Beats said was 100% true about DMX being worth like 30 million, and he's in the trenches. He's in the streets with the regular people. He's talking to fiends. He's talking to all people from different walks of life, and he's just regular. I seen videos on YouTube where he's just by himself in the hood, getting all the love from the people. He just, it's like he's like, I say, it's almost like Tupac in a sense. Like, these dudes, there's only a few dudes like that. Like, they big time superstars, but it's like it's like they don't, they so humble. They forget that who they are. So they just feel comfortable. They just act like regular people still. Like, they don't, the fame hasn't changed them or made them go Hollywood. So you could still reach out and talk to them, or they still go certain places like nothing ever changed. Like, they not, like they don't got a house that, like, they not a household name. Like, still walk around in the public. Like nothing has changed since they've been famous. So I think that's real. And Swiss was like, X used to write his rhymes in abandoned buildings. Like, so I believe him. I believe him. I feel like X is a really good person. I feel like X was really a person that, if like he said, like if he loved you, you would know. You would know. And X is not the phony, funny type. X is a real dude, and it's just so. I think it's so crazy that every album, he's one of the few artists even today, probably the only one today that made references to God, made songs about God, prayers in his on his albums to God, always praising God. He never denounced him, and I think that's real. Like for the type of artist he is, he's a street grimy type artist. Like he's a hood, 100% hardcore type artist, and he always gave praises to God. So I feel like he's not ashamed to show his faith in the music industry and to the public. Like he always, always, always prayed, and he always rejoiced God in his own way, man. X was really that dude, and I feel like if if you got him, he got you. That type of old school friendship doesn't really exist nowadays, anyway, because multiple things came into play to destroy that. But I think that it's sad that X been suffering his whole life from childhood abuse from his moms, and to adulthood, suffering with substance abuse. But I would never look at him any different, and I feel like nobody should look at him different. And just the fact that he's been so successful, not only with his music, but he touched a lot of people with his music, with his personality, with just being a real dude. That's how you really measure success, by how many people's life you affected. And that's what makes me give him even more respect, man. And I feel like I think X, he his mission, whatever his purpose was, wherever God sent him here to do, I feel like he completed it. And like I said, rest in peace. The Heavenly Father took him because he completed his mission, his goal, whatever it was. He completed it. And God might have needed him back. So you know, let us always cherish his music and always have love for him. And his music is timeless. Like I said, like Dogs for Life, my second favorite song from him. Like I feel like Swiss Beats and Dame Grease, especially Dame Grease, they always brought out the best out of him music wise. Like it was like a perfect match. Just like Dame Grease and Max B, they brought the best out of each other. So it's the same thing with Swiss Beats, Dame Grease, and DMX. They always brought the best out of him with the music wise. Like it's just crazy. And you know, X, like he was really living his life, man. I give him that. He really lived his life. Like had multiple women, had the beautifulest women. He got 17 kids. So in that department, he was a ladies' man. He probably seen it all, done it all to the fullest. So he really lived his life, like he said. Like God forbid, like he said in Drink Champs, he died today. He had a good life. And that's why I say, like, I feel like he accomplished whatever mission he was sent here for. He accomplished it. So let's just keep that in mind, man. Like DMX, it's sad that he's passed on, man. But everything comes in full circle. And like I said, maybe the higher power had you know needed him more up there than here. And maybe he accomplished his goal, his purpose, what the higher power wanted him to do, which was touch millions. So I just wanted to make this video, man, showing love and support. And rest in peace to DMX. You will surely never be forgotten. You will always be missed. I'm out.